Hello everyone and welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm your host, 2005 Guy02. Okay, so before we get started, I had a weird error come up earlier. Claimed that my graphics card was overheated, that I should undo any overclocking, and that I need to update my graphics card drivers, which is completely weird because I only updated my graphics card drivers about 2 days ago because the graphics card software crashed. So I thought, well, after not having updated the graphics card software for about 7 months, I thought maybe it is about due to actually update them, even though I hate doing it because it completely screws up my desktop. As for the graphics card, it was cool because I haven't used it all day. Except for maybe the video editing software, which is quite taxing on the graphics card, but it's cool to the touch, so it's not that. And as for the overclocking, I do not overclock a damn thing on my PC because I want the components to last more than 6 months. So yeah, nothing wrong with it. I did a verification of data. There's nothing wrong with Space Engineers. Restart Space Engineers, and it's working again. So it's weird, but it's not really the reason why we're currently in the screen. There is one thing that I forgot to add to the previous video, and when you go into options, if you go to, I think it was game, there is one called experimental mode. You may have noticed that there was a red box up in the top right corner, and if you have this switched on, then it basically gives you additional options when you're playing the game, including any mods that are available in the game. If you switch that off, I believe that mods are not available or to be used, and you have limitations on what you can actually do with the game. Hence why I always keep the experimental mode on, because you get so much more ability in the game itself. I don't bother with Steam Cloud because I don't like having anything uploaded to the web, especially if I want to access it and my bloody internet goes off. Thank you, BT Broadband, for that last night. I did appreciate it so much when all of a sudden I couldn't upload the rest of my video. Okay, so that all said, we'll do cancel for the moment because we haven't made any changes, and we're going to open up the game and continue where we left off.
It's all about humanity.
Okay, and we're back into the game. Oh, and I've got the wrong keys up, so let's quickly go back to the arrow keys. So I've been used to, I'm now getting used to using the WASD keys for most games. Of course, there are the two games that it just doesn't work properly with, and that's Space Engineers and Empyrion, because certain keys you can't use them. Okay, so there was that asteroid that had the this one here, mining outpost. It looks like I did actually. Did I do that one? Let's have a quick look. If I can remember all the keys. No, I just have one for platform. So if we go back to the mining outpost, we're going to set a GPS coordinate for it, so that if we need any more parts from here, we've got it. And also, we can say we've actually ticked this one off our box on tasks to do, because some of them are all over the place, and sometimes they can be quite difficult to find them again. So let's go back to K, GPS, if and current. I think it was Outpost. Okay, and off. So that's now done. What we can do, because we don't need to see it continuously at the moment, go back to that one and do show on hard off. It goes white and that little blip isn't there anymore. Okay, so we need to go back to the platform where we can finish the one for the ship. Let's go for H so we can actually see where everything is. Platform, right over there. Oh, that's construction platform. Platform over there. Okay, so what we might have to do at some point is add a little bit more power to this. Granted, we don't really need the beacon anymore, so let's turn the beacon off. If I can find it. There. Okay, so the beacon is now off, so we don't have the double littering. We've got the binding outpost over there. I probably should turn that beacon off as well, so it saves on power. But again, at some point it will run out of power, hence why I created the GPS coordinate for it. So let's go in there and go for control panel. Look for mining. Turn that one off. So it saves on power that it's not using. Oh, didn't need to use. It's still got a gravity generator. We could actually turn that one off too. So that saves on that battery power. And if we are careful enough, we might be able to dig out that battery and use it. And that's a big might. I've yet to be successful in that type of endeavor. But that gravity generator might come in handy later on as well. Now, the only thing is our inventory, and it's set for the smallest amount that it can be. So if we were to transfer that onto the bigger vessel over there, the bigger vessel there, it could be a royal pain in the rear end. Sorry, that one over there, that one's something else. That's a construction platform. I keep getting mixed up at the moment, but oops. Okay, so let's turn that back on, because now there's no generator on here. We're going to have to keep an eye on our hydrogen. Let's learn our oxygen. Let's grab this one, so we've got some components. And that's the problem with having things embedded in the walls. We'll have the wall embedded in it, and it makes it very hard to remove it. Let's grab that one. Okay, inventory is almost full. Let's see what we've got in there. We've got a couple of tools. So let's take those with us as well, because we can break them down later and use them for other parts. And we are going to go to the platform. Trying not to get hit in the face by another asteroid. There we go. Okay, so let's put him on, or into that container over there for a moment. Okay, so it's got another oxygen tank and a hydrogen bottle there, so that's quite handy. So we've still got the task to do over here, which is to undock it and redock it, as well to fly it off and fly it back. Although we don't really have to fly it back. What are the batteries like on there at the moment? That's right. That should be right. Just lights on their own. But we could always put some solar panels or something on there at some point. Okay. For some reason, this task isn't highlighted, which is really strange because I don't think we did that one yet. Maybe because I grinded something off the ship. I don't know. But yeah, we should still have one task there, but for some reason it's not there. We fixed that, so we have to wait for the sun to come back around before they can recharge the batteries. Or we could stick some solar panels down below and do it that way. So it's got some viewpoints on the sun when it's down there, which I have done in the past. Okay, so let's get this task started down here. Before we... Sorry, my stomach just sank. I do have slight fear of heights, and when I first played this game, when I looked down, I almost fell into my screen because I was going, don't want to look over the edge. But after playing Space Engineers for a couple of years, I soon got over that little problem. But it does get me every now and again if I accidentally go off it and wind up doing this. But like enough, the jetpack does turn on by itself if you get out of the gravitational field. But it still gives me that horrible stomach feeling every time I do it. Okay, so let's turn that button panel off. Or on. So it's locked to disable the landing gear. Okay. Now, it probably should tell you that. Let's see. Landing gear. There we go. Turn the landing gear off. And oh no, it already said it. So basically, turning the landing gear off, it's still attached to there. Just like oh no, I didn't actually turn the landing gear off, but never mind. So let's turn that landing gear back on. And what we need to do is jump into the ship. Oh no, sorry, I'm doing it wrong again, aren't I? Yeah, we have to disable the, there goes the air. Sorry, we have to first disconnect the landing gear. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself again. So we go unlock. We can now turn off because the ship should be loose. Signal. Okay, let's do this a little bit first. Ooh, getting stuck on the chair. Let's go third person view. There you go. Now does it say where we have to fly it to? Nope, but it's already gone off the tooltips. So that's already done that one. Okay, so unknown signal, let's do that one first. And there goes more air. Oop. I forgot we could always do that. Just turn the jetpack off while we got terminal velocity. We don't have to do the dampness thing. Unless it's one of the ones that decides to run away from us, which could be the case. Now this is where the whole making of GPS comes in handy, because no matter how far we are out, we can see that GPS. Okay, which one are you? Probably should turn the H off so we can actually see. It doesn't look like the one that tends to run away. That's good. What do we have? Oh, we've got the cowl drill. So basically that's the skin that goes over the drill and it makes the drill look like a piece of a cowl. Okay, well, let's see what kind of components we've got. We've got space credits and construction components. Granted, in this area we don't need the space credits, but the components do come in handy. Oops. And this is where Ctrl-Z will probably come in handy. So we should go same speed as this one as it goes off in space. Let's take that canvas out. That's going to come in handy later. There we go. And now we need to find that platform again. H. Platform's over there. So let's go terminal velocity, a little bit below it, so we don't crash straight into it. Turn the jetpack off. And we just cruise to our destination. We might still crash into it regardless. Yeah, don't quite go down far enough. Okay, and there we go. At some point I'm going to have to put a beacon or something on here. So let's put this closer to that area over there again, so that we can do some work on it. Oops. We also still need to do the other ship bit. Now the problem with the thrusters is they could still melt that landing gear that's over there. Okay, so let's try to line it up properly, shall we? This is where I suck at driving. My driving may be okay, but my parking is lousy. And I've been driving for... how long have I been driving a car? About 42 years? That's right, 22 years, I think. Because I had a moped before that. Yeah, that's not good. Other way. Well, we're just going to have to use the jetpack. I think that will do. Okay. Got 2 days roughly worth of fuel, so we're going to have to add some panels to this, along with a way to get some materials into the ship, as well as refine it as well. So let's do that. Okay, so if we go out of it there, we have a survivor kit over here, which I'm not sure if it's turned on. Let's quickly check. No, the survival kit is switched off. Let's turn it on. Okay, so that requires 15 kilowatts. So at some point our batteries are going to wind up depleted. So let's temporarily lift it off and keep that other one on over there. Okay, and let's do something about this floor because, well, granted we can't really line it up with that or that well. We do need the oxygen tank. We don't particularly need the hydrogen engine, but we do want to make sure that that is switched off. So if we add ice to the ship, it doesn't automatically feed into the engine. Let's have a little look. So hydrogen engine, yep, let's switch that off. We've got an H2O2 generator or O2H2 generator, which is good. We'll just add ice to that. Okay, so let's do a little bit of modification to this ship so that it makes it a bit easier to fly. Okay, so we're not completely there yet, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to call the episode there. So if you've liked what you've seen so far, please leave a like. If you didn't, please let me know why. Also, if you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button to help the channel grow. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.